Okay, we are back with more Dokkan Battle. Have not said that in a long time. Because I completely skipped summoning for Super Saiyan 4 Goku just because I got like so shafted on Worldwide and Anniversary. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm just gonna summon right now because Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Love GT. Biggest GT defender you'll ever find out there on the world. In the world, I mean. So I'm gonna get my boy. Super Saiyan 4 is easily my favorite form in the series. Not a hot take at all. Love him. And I just thought I was gonna get shafted again. So I was like, why go through the effort of setting all this up to record and make a video out of it if I'm just gonna get shafted and be crusty the whole time? And then I got him. But I would have more stones to summon on this for. Also, sorry, I'm dissolving a melatonin on my tongue right now because it is currently 12:51 a.m. for me right now. So gotta be on that Dokkan grind though. Listen, I already have enough medals to Dokkan Awaken either Vegito or Rosé. So you know, I'm on that grind, baby. But I thought that, I always forget that the Tanabata banner doesn't actually come out till like Christmas time. So I was like, oh, I'm only 2 multis away from being able to get both 8-year anniversaries with coins. And since I don't have either of them, I should pick up both of them. And then I did 2 multis over on, where is it? On this banner. I actually did 3 because one of them was, one of them was discounted, and then the other 2 were to get me to have enough to summon, to grab the 2 8-year anniversary LRs, because I didn't want to summon on their banner. Only to then be reminded, oh yeah, they don't come out, that the banner doesn't drop for another month, so I would have been fine. I could have just summoned later. It's fine though. And I have also done all of these. Didn't really get anything too good out of it. Got a Mira, got 2 Toas and a Demigra, so you know, nothing too crazy. My main goal was some Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas, although I haven't seen anything about these 2, the Dark Mask Saiyans. I didn't really like them pre-EZA, like, they were solid. They were really, really good when they awakened. So hopefully their EZA just, if they just buffed up like their defensive stats a bit, and by that I mean like a decent bit, you know what I mean. Especially for Dark Mask King, since he's like a pretty solid slot, he was a pretty solid slot 1 unit, like, they're gonna be good. But anyways, I'm super scared because didn't do super good on last year's heroes. I did like 500, 600. Only got like 1 copy of both Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4, which not the worst thing in the world considering that they were both mid to bad. I tried coping for them pretty hard. Only Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker was like, only Goku Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker was like mid, and that's rough because, oh, I'll take it. Don't really care too much for him. But like, any SSRs that we pull, I'll take. As long as, if we could get like 1 or 2 extra SSRs outside of the guaranteed one every multi, I'll be happy with that. Because that's like, the last year, my luck was not that like that at all. It was the guaranteed SSR only for every single multi, so I walk away with barely any heroes unit at all. So we could just like get like 1 or 2 extra per multi, even just 1. If I could get like 2 total SSRs per multi, I'll be pretty happy with that. Because I got so shafted last year. And this year, like, ooh, I'll take Golden Metal Cooler. He seems pretty decent. He's got a decent amount of damage reduction. I think like up to like, what, 40, 50% built in automatically. Not too bad. And yeah, this guy fodder. But at the same time, he's like, it's a cool idea. Like, to me, the main 2 I want, obviously, is Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and Dark Mask Rosé, Full Power Rosé, whatever he's called. But like getting like the Broly, I wouldn't mind too much just because like it's cool. It's a cool thing. That's why like even like, yeah, like I wish that they were just a little bit better though. I wish that they were just a little bit better. I think Vegito and Dark Mask Saiyan, or Super Saiyan 3 Rosé, sorry, are like as good as they could be, you know? It's like being better than most of the Dokkan Fest I've been releasing recently. Like, they're good. To me, like, the golden age of, like, heroes. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I saw that silhouette and I was like, which Super Saiyan 3 is that? And then it's the guy, it's the big boy. Oh my gosh, obviously I want dupes for him just because, like, you know, they're not going to be too great at 55%, especially the HP of the team is going to be trash. But, like, oh, I have him rainbowed, I think. We'll see. That's not too useful, but again, I'll take it. That's 2 SSRs outside of the guaranteed one. I'll super duper take. And another golden cooler, really? No, I don't have him rainbowed, so yeah, no, I'll super take that. Okay. Especially since, like, if there is, like, a long event, like, he can be semi-useful. Because, like, if he's linked up with someone else who has, like, all his links, he gets a decent amount of defense from that. And like next year, I think would be when they ease the Ace. Like him and the Xeno Goku could be good options. You know what I mean? All right, let's go. Like to me, the golden age is when they were doing like the Super Saiyan 3 era, going into Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Just because like, to me, Super Saiyan 4 Xeno, like Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and Rose are probably the best that Heroes units have been. Ooh! Okay, I'll take that. Again, not good, pretty bad, but I'll take it. Now, honestly, now we just need Vegito. If I could just... Oh my gosh, I want to rainbow this guy. What the freak? Stop. I'll take different units now, please. I'll take Janemba. I don't think I... Do I even have... Ooh, okay, I'll take... I just pulled at least four SSRs of this multi. That is insane. Oh my gosh. I'll super take that. Just replace that cooler with, like, Janemba, and I'd super take that. But, like, I think that the general power level of the other units, like, it's obviously higher than last year by, like, a lot, especially the Easy A's. But I think, like, for me, I've always thought of, like, the Heroes banner as, like, the units are, like, oh, let's... Oh, I love the detail of the fur and everything. It looks so good. Oh, he's such a good unit. Oh, my gosh, that is... Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, my gosh. Let's freaking go, dude. Oh my gosh, holy crap. That's exciting. Like, not only is Heroes better than it's ever, like, been in a little bit, but, like, this is good. This is some good stuff. Like, compared to last year, this is, like, night and day difference, essentially. Holy crap, not only in the luck, but in the power of the units. But, like, this year, I'd say, like, Vegito and Rose, basically 10s. They're, like, basically 10s across the board. They're better than the most recent Dokkan Fest have been. And they're just, like, better than, like, hero units have ever been. I would say, outside of that, the general power level, maybe outside of, like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, like, the non-Limit Breaker one, also, like, 8 or a 9. He seems pretty solid. But, like, outside of that, I'd say, like, the units generally are, like, 6, 7-ish, but then, like, when they're bad, they're, like, 3s and 4s. Like, they're, like, units you're never going to use, and if you try to use them, they're going to be that one who gets hit with the super and killed instantly. That kind of units, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I'd say, like, from the time of, like, Super Saiyan 3 Gohan and Trunks up until, and it's a little difficult for me to remember exactly the timeline of hero units. Oh, this is a decent, pretty sexy multi, oh my gosh. They were all, like, all the units I'd say would range from, like, 6 to 8, but that's, like, all of them. Like, I don't think they ever, like, dipped down to being low. And the thing I like the most about them is that they weren't all super restricted. Like, it was Super Saiyan God Trunks who, like, started the super restrictions on these units. And I hate that. Like, with the Super Saiyan 3 Gohan and Trunks, like, yeah, they were clearly introduced to buff the Super Saiyan 3 category because there weren't units for that team. But, like, they were... Obviously, the crossover category didn't exist at the time, but they weren't just for the Super Saiyan 3 category. There's nothing restricting them from being on hybrids together. There's nothing restricting them from being on Goku's family or Vegeta's family, you know what I mean? There's nothing there, which inherently added more value to them. And obviously, like, the restrictions are a lot less on these guys than they were last year, but I still do think that these restrictions, not only are they a bit unnecessary, granted it is just how Dokkan's been loving to design units recently, but, like, I just don't think it's necessary and inherently makes them a lot less fun to use. Like, again, okay, this is the last multi. I'm a little scared. Can we please just pull a dupe? Just pull one dupe of Vegito. That's all I'm not asking for a lot here. Just one dupe of Vegito. Please. Haha, please. But, like, I think that previous units have been almost as good as Vegito and Rose, but without any of the restrictions, which makes them a lot more fun to use, because the game... What I don't like about a lot of the units recently is, like, the reason I don't like it, like, all the restrictions, like, oh, use them on X amount of teams. Even if the team is good that they need to be used on, I just don't like the game telling... Like, obviously, like, I don't like the game telling me how to make my teams. Obviously, like, there are some things of, like, yeah, you want to fill up a unit of, like, a team of, like, Super Saiyan 4s with, like, other Super Saiyan 4s to get, like, Saiyan Roar and stuff like that. But that's not, like, the game telling you, like, hey, this unit's going to be garbage unless you do what I want you to and how I intended you to use this unit, essentially. If that makes sense. Like, again, using the Super Saiyan 3s as an example. Yes, let's go. like, they were obviously at their best on a Super Saiyan 3 team because they shared all the same links and all that kind of stuff, and that's what they were essentially introduced into the game to do. But there's nothing about them that stops that. There's nothing in their kits or their designs that stops you from being able to use them on the other teams that they can be used on. You know, that other categories that they have. That's what I like the most. And yeah, you could argue, like, with the Xeno, Super Saiyan 3, Goku, and Vegeta, that they kind of had those same restrictions. But even then, because of, like, how the teams were set up, like, you could fulfill, because, okay, how do I explain this? Like, let's take Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegito. You need X amount of units for Y ability to activate. Whereas with Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he gets for every unit, you get a certain amount of the buff. That's how I would prefer it. Like, if they just, like, changed it to be that, like, let's say Vegito got 10% damage reduction. Like, again, his is pretty solid since he only needs, like, 3. That's what I do like about these ones. Although I would still prefer it if it was, like, you need, like, 10% damage reduction per Super Saiyan 4 or Grade 8 power / crossover up to 30%. Like, I do just prefer that generally, just so then if you are running them on a team that has, like, you know, 1 less than that, you're not, like, horribly crippled. Because if he doesn't have that extra 30% damage reduction, he's not doing anything. He's just not a good unit at that point if you're not fulfilling that one condition. Whereas, like, let's take, like, the Super Saiyan 4s from last year. If you fulfill all of these conditions or through all these hoops, you get, like, a barely reasonable passive, instead of it being like, oh, you get, like, 10% damage reduction per full power or Super Saiyan or Grade 8 category on the rotation, essentially. Because you need the whole rotation to be this, or they get no buffs, which isn't fun. It's just boring, and they're restricted so much to only being basically used on one team total. And it would be 2 teams if they both had the same condition, but both the Super Saiyan 4s from last year had slightly different conditions, which made it a little bit harder to use them on teams that aren't just crossover / Dragonball Heroes, essentially is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, this year, massive, huge step up from last year. And I'd say even like a slight actually, I don't know. The Supreme Kai of Time, did she, I think, no, she definitely EZA'd last year. She definitely EZA'd last year along with the Xeno Goku, the Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I mean. And also, Darkest Toe was pretty good last year. So, like, whatever. You know what? I think you guys kind of get what I mean of, like, I think the restrictions need to be slightly looser, not necessarily in having less units, but, like, having a little bit more flexibility in, like, the conditions itself. Like, you know, like, let me get some of the buffs for having the units that you want me to use. Just don't let me get the full buffs, essentially. Like that's how I prefer those kinds of restrictions. That is just a me thing. As long as I don't need to run the full team of XY category, then I'm fine with it. Like, I'm fine with how these guys are designed. It's just not my personal favorite. That's why I'm trying to elaborate here. I just don't want my words getting twisted. Anyways, with all that being said, these summons did really good. I might come back to do, like, a couple more, because obviously getting more dupes of Vegito and Rose is super good. And I think I just don't have Janemba at all. I just don't have any Janemba. Period. Oh no, done. Get out of here. Bonk. Let's just go to Awaken. I don't know why I went to Awaken and then Dragonball Heroes. I don't think I have any of the Janemba, but he looks pretty good. And yeah, no, see, I can already Dokkan Awaken him. How's my Metal Cooler looking? Okay, so this is gonna rainbow him. That's pretty rad. And even though, like, this guy is, like, mid, I was hoping, oh, I haven't finished his links. That's how mid he was. I was hoping to pull, like, 1 or 2 copies of him. Didn't get that. That's fine. Same thing with this guy. I'm a little bit nicer to this guy than other people are, just because my additional luck is S tier. So, like, I think I always get his hidden potentials additional is always a super for me. It's never not. And when he raises it and he gets 3 of those, like, he can defend okay, especially since he is one of the higher HP. Wait, do I have dupes? Oh, I do have a dupe in this guy. I was gonna say, because he is one of the higher HP units on the team. He actually is. Like, he'll be around, like, 16,000, which is high. Because you have to look at Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He gets about, like, 5,000 into it, so you take 2,000 off. He'd be about 14,000 rainbowed, which just, like, isn't, like, that good. So, like, him being rainbowed would be a huge help, because, again, he'd be around, like, a bit over 16,000. So he would add a decent bit to the team, because the Heroes team just has so little HP, you know? Also, dude, I cannot wait. The moment that him and the Super Saiyan 3 Gohan awaken, or Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, I mean, Like, the moment they did Easy A, it's like game over, man. Also, getting dupes of him would be so nice. Because he's still like a solid unit. Reducing damage by 50%, dude. That's really good. That's really good. Just in general, you slap that on most units. You take any unit, slap that kind of damage reduction onto them, and they're good. They're set, man. So yeah, I would have loved a dupe for him. Obviously, it's a little hard because like they're not featured anymore. Also, I pulled a decent amount of dupes, which I'll take. Is there anyone else I was missing outside of Janemba? I know that the end of this video has been going on for a long time, but like whatever. So I pulled him, pulled him, pulled him, pulled him, pulled him, pulled him. Yeah, it really is just Janemba that I didn't pull, which sucks. I love how this Janemba looks, and I'm pretty high on him. I think he actually looks pretty decent to me, so I'm like, I'm a little crusty that I didn't get him instead of the Vegeta or the Fu. I'd rather take him over the Fu because like he seems better. I just don't really care about Fu that much. I'm not a Fu kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm pretty okay with how my summons went. Obviously, things could be better, things could be worse, but at the same time, I did get a multi with 4 SSRs in it, which is pretty poggers, not gonna lie. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna stop dragging this video out, and I'm gonna go to bed, because it is currently 1:06 a.m., and I am very tired. I have work in the morning. So I'll see all you beautiful peeps in the next one. Bye-bye!